Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to TJK Network. Today we have a game between Kinnelon's boys basketball team and your own Pequannock Golden Panthers. This is the season opener here in Kinnelon. Both these teams coming in obviously with a blank record, as this is the very start of the boys basketball season. Both teams looking to make a statement here to open up the season, especially Kinnelon here at home. And we will ultimately see what here comes out of it and what will be going on. So right now, obviously, Anthem underway. But we thank you guys all for joining us here on TJK Network. So let me just take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Logan DeRosa here on the call with TJK Network. We thank you guys again for tuning in today for this season opening matchup here on the network. Again, we please ask you, if you guys are new, as always, make sure to subscribe and also check us out on all social medias. Again, that is just at TJK Network on all socials. Plus, make sure to check out our website, tjk152.com/network, and check out our TJK shop at tjk152.com/shop. So obviously not much to expect here. It's a brand new season. We're going to have to see who opens the floodgates first here, whether it's going to be Kinnelon's boys basketball team or Pequannock's. Both teams, again, looking to open up the season for a good start. Again, nothing better than a brand new slate here. I would, again, like to thank you guys all for joining us. And I would also like to mention this is one of my debut broadcasts for basketball commentating. And so please stick with the punches for any hiccups that might go on here, especially with limited rosters for both teams. So we'll try our best here for coverage. But again, we're happy to cover it here on TJK Network for you. Here we go. Opening up the game. Kinnelon starting off with possession here. And number 2 of Kinnelon is going to look to get a open space here. He passes it. And it's taken, recovered by Pequannock. So Pequannock's going to look to counter. And looking to get on the board first. Pequannock, Russell Eden passes it to Jack Picardo. Picardo's going to look to come in. And it's there. So Pequannock's to be up by 2 here. They got the basket, and they're the first to record points in this game. And here comes number 2 for Kinnelon, looking to make an answer here. He's going to come to the outside. He's going to pass it over number 4. And looking to get an inside slot here, and it's just not good. That's supposed to be called there by the referee. For those just joining us, this is the season opener for both these teams. Both teams looking to make a statement here and get off on a good slide. So Picardo passed it down and scoring there. Pequannock again. It's going to be another 2. Pequannock up 4-0 here. The Golden Panthers making a statement with Michael D'Amico saying, hey, what's up? Opening the floodgates here. Not by much, but. And nice recovery there by Picardo. He's going to look to bring it down again for Pequannock. Condiff to Picardo, and Picardo with a shot. It's a 3. Pequannock with the opening round here, 7-0, and possible timeout here, it looks like. So again, we welcome you guys all here. Pequannock off to a nice fast start. Feels like I was just introducing myself, and now 7-0 lead here for the Golden Panthers. For those of you just joining us from the girls' basketball game, we welcome you here again for our back-to-back coverage here of both Golden Panthers basketball games for both the girls and men's. And it's a doubleheader on TJK Network as we enter a very busy December, mid-December, should I say, and going into the new year, especially obviously with this season opening up and obviously hockey starting. There's a lot more to come here on TJK Network. So it's going to be Kinnelon who's going to get the little advantage here. They're going to run with it, and it's intercepted, but not enough. Again, I apologize for my non-basketball terms. This is the first time in a while, but you get the point. That's number 3 running with it for Pequannock. He passes it to Condiff for the tally there. 2-pointer. Pequannock 9-0, 9-zip. Couldn't ask for a better start here. 4 is with it for Kinnelon, and he's going to pass it off. He's been doing a lot of quarterbacking here. We actually do not have his name on the roster, so we apologize. That must be a new call-up. And Kinnelon first tally on the board here so far in this game. This will be 9-2. Pequannock leading. Picardo is going to look to add even more. Picardo off to D'Amico, sorry. Rubino back. Picardo. And it's knocked out of his hands. And he'll regain possession. Again, I am Logan DeRosa. Pleased to join you with the call here today on TJK Network. Again, as we enter a thick and busy winter season here, you're going to see lots of new faces here with the TJK Network team. Obviously, I'm not a new face, but lots of filtering in teams, and got a Kinnelon player down on the play there. But yeah, again, just a lot filtering around here on the network as we try to get the best coverage for you guys here, especially with the start and opening of a lot of these new games and seasons here. So happy to be with you here today. Rubino is going to pass it over to Picardo. Picardo off to Russell Eda. And back with it is Picardo. Off to number 3. Rubino, Picardo. Looking to find any space here. And Picardo's going to go for the shot. And it's off the rim there. And it's a nice recovery by Kinnelon. They're going to look to draw it back and get back in this game. Shot from the 3, and it's not good. Picardo again looking to add to the lead, and he does. Another 2 for Pequannock. It's 11-2 with the lead. There was a shove there as well, so foul on there, and Picardo is going to be able to add to this. Not only did he score 2 there, he's going to be able to get another chance to add to this lead. And it's good there. Picardo looking to make a nice statement here to start the game off. So Kinnelon looking for the answer here at their own home. Kinnelon Colts, their season opener and their home opener, the debut of this winter basketball season. And the 1 of Kinnelon looking to get on the board, but he's down. See what the referee has to say there, and it's going to be Pequannock's ball here. So Picardo's going to look again to expand here to the already substantial lead, and found inside Russell Eda to the number 5 of Dom Condiff. And they add again. So a dominant start here, and a timeout again taken, I'd assume, by Kinnelon. And so, again, dominant start by Pequannock. Didn't really know what much to expect. Again, just open it up. There's a lot more time left here, obviously, just in the first quarter. But we thank you guys again for joining us. Everyone who's just joining us here now. Slightly into the first quarter, Pequannock up 14-2. So far, putting up a pretty dominant effort and taking advantage of every possession they get. And I will tell you, going back just a few years working here with the network, we've seen Pequannock's had some pretty dominant basketball teams. And they've had a lot of stars go through their system. Also many that have graduated. So to see how this team kind of comes out for this new season, obviously extremely early here, but there could be some rising stars here. We see that across the range of high school sports, especially with a lot of these athletes on the come up here, especially when they're put into much bigger roles where they're given a lot more time and space to really succeed. And so we're going to see who does that here. And that's honestly the best part of seeing these season openers. Really seeing who's going to take the lead, who's going to take that job. And sometimes it's unexpected. You don't really know. So then Lennon with it, he's going to pass it off. Sorry, Zach Cundiff. We have a mix of rosters here. That is my bad. So we're working with old rosters here. We might even be mentioning names of former seniors. Again, that is my apology. It's always nice to mention some alumni, right? But again, as we try our best to deal with the limited rosters that we have here in the studio. For Kinnelon, it's a lack of almost not many at all. So we will just count their possessions as Kinnelon possessions. So Ed over, and it's just over there. And they're going to look again to add Ed over into the inside seam there. And looking at least get two. Going to go for it again off the own rebound, and it's good. So that's 16-2 now for Pequannock. Kinnelon slowly but surely falling behind here. Need to take advantage of every possession they get, but just not able to find a way. And Eda again looking to carry the rush. He's down there. Seen a lot from him so far, including Jack Picardo taking up big roles here. So, found the play there, and Pequannock will look to add again to their already pretty dominant lead here. Russell at no good there. That one was off the rim. Another attempt here, looking to add a point. And that's no good either. So, Kinnelon Colts back again, looking to try to capitalize here because it almost seems like every possession going the other way is a definite basket, which is no good for their season opener. And it's again recovered. Pequannock looking to keep possession, and they're going to pass it down, but that one rolls out of the hands of Marcello Rubino. So number 4, the Colts looking to make a statement here. He's been, not for the lack of better words, quarterbacking a lot of the rushes for Kinnelon, but again, not able to capitalize on any threes or any attempts, rather, to get it even further inside. So coming back again is Pequannock, and they're going to add 2. So they're already dominant standing here. So again, just the response is what they're looking for. Colts on their own home turf. They're going to get that one through to number 4, and he's going to look to make another shot. Need threes at this point. Need anything, to be quite honest with you. And he's going to go for it, and that one's good. Again, if Kinnelon, you're going to look to keep that effort up, and you also just want to make sure your defense can shut down Pequannock from getting inside here. That's just obviously what they'll be looking to do here, already being up pretty dominantly. Or we'll do it from the outside, but that one's off the rim. Generous shot from Rubino. Could have been a number swap, sorry. Again, we're dealing with limited rosters here that might not be very correct. So, shot taken there, and it's good by Picardo. 3-pointer is good. For those just joining us, we welcome you to the first quarter and the season opener for both these teams. 21-5, Pequannock with the dominant lead so far, but Kinnelon just getting on the board there they've had a good couple of attempts here consecutively. And they've been able to get on the board for being down quite a hefty amount. Still down by a decent amount, but at least they're scoring now. 21-7, Pequannock. As Picardo will look to pass it around here. No hesitation for the Golden Panthers to expand on their lead, and they'll go for the shot there, but it's recovered by Kinnelon. So that will be the end of the first quarter. Between these two teams, that seemed rather fast. But it's been fast-paced to start it off here, and pretty entertaining, especially for the Golden Panthers. So again, if you're just tuning into TJK Network, we welcome you here. We, again, thank you for choosing us and watching our coverage of the boys basketball season, especially everything we have here to cover for winter sports in general and Pequannock sports overall. So again, if you've been with us, we thank you. And if you're joining us here now, all we ask for you to do is maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free. It helps us out, and it helps us continue to scale and start doing more and more broadcasts and expanding our team as well. Plus, if you're not yet following us on other social medias, please consider to check us out on platforms like Instagram and TikTok at TJK Network. Find more about our coverage there. We also have items from our TJK Network shop, or should I say rather TJK shop, featured on the bottom of the screen there. You can find that over on TJK152.com/shop. And you can find more information about our game coverage and overall what we have to offer on the network over at TJK152.com/network. So looking to start the second quarter with a better response from Kinnelon from what they started out with, again, here at home. And if you're the Golden Panthers, you're playing really good right now, but there's one thing to do. Maybe just consider locking down defense. You know, Kinnelon's going to look to make a push and give it all they got because they're down by quite a hefty amount here after that. 21-7 is the live score here. We welcome you to the start of the second. And that attempt's off the rim from the number 4 for Kinnelon. Looking to make a lot of shot attempts here. He's definitely going to be a dominant factor in the games that they find themselves in going forward in this season, just from the eye test. You see Picardo also saying, you know what, that might be me for the Golden Panthers. Kinnelon looking to make a stretch, and they just, is it in? It is, but Golden Panthers have it. One mistake at one end leads to a rush at the other. And the 5 of Van Lennon. Sorry, or it's either Van Lennon or Kunduf, but eventually it's in. Again, we apologize. I'm dealing with 2 separate rosters here, so it could be either player, it could be none. Really, but it's Pequannock with the lead, no matter what. And Kinnelon, again, looking to answer there. They almost had a beautiful chance there, but it was just a little too far, and we saw how easily it could have gone the other way. And Picardo trying, but that one's off the rim. He's going to get his own rebound. That one's, again, bounced off the top, but it's recovered by the 4 of Kinnelon Colts. As they look again to inch closer in this fast-paced matchup. And again, turned over, but that one's called. That one's going to be stopped by the referee. We'll see what that entails. So Kinnelon with possession and Pequannock's end. The 21 of Kinnelon tries to get it in, and now the 40 goes as well, but he's not able to get it in. So Kinnelon with the push, not able to complete it. But that will be a foul that stopped him from getting that one in. So he'll get another chance here. The Colts looking to expand. And they're able to do so. So it's going to be 23-8. He'll get one other shot at this. to pull within 14. And that one's good. Golden Panthers taking advantage of almost every opportunity possession they get. This one's going to be cycled around by Kinnelon again, looking to just get in. And they can't do so yet again. D'Amico, and it's off the rim. But still with possession. Picardo looking to cycle it around. Back to Picardo with a shot from the three. It's off the rim and recovered by the Colts. This one is a scramble, but it's Pequannock's ball. Back to Picardo, and they look again. Back into Kinnelon's end. Cycling, as always, as they've done best. But Kinnelon gets the best of them there, and again, the number 4 of the Colts looks to expand and add to this margin of 26-8. They're down. And he gets his tally. Told you to keep an eye on him. It's 26-10 now. They cut the lead to 16 here in the second quarter. For those just joining us, a dominant effort and opening by Pequannock. Kinnelon getting a little more on the board, but still not able to shut down every possession by Pequannock. Seems like they're almost scoring on every single shot and every single try. Again, right there, you see it. 28-10 now, and it's almost looking like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back for the Kinnelon Colts. Season opener for both these teams. Exciting, thrilling, but also can get out of way and out of hands if you don't take it too seriously. So both these teams obviously looking to bring a competitive matchup here today and show what they're worth. Again, to start the season, but also, especially for Kinnelon, to show what they're worth on home turf. Pequannock will bring it down. And a shot there. Not good by Cundiff. And that one, referee has something to say, and so the play's shut down there. Colts ball. Close shot there, but not good. The 4's going to look for another opportunity, and it's picked by Rubino. Shot there right into the hands of the other team, but he's taken down. We'll see, and he's able to get it to the number 4 of the Colts. And that's good for 2. And sorry, we're just getting confirmation here. Number 4 for Kinnelon is Nicholas George. So Nicholas George with possession now, and he's the one who's been quarterbacking a lot of the play here for Kinnelon. So Picardo looking to counter. 28-12, not bad for the Golden Panthers. Looking to start off dominant here. Little into the second quarter. This is George looking to get in, and he's going to get a clear pass through and score. 28-14 now. Kinnelon added to their lead. Sorry, not their lead, but trying to cut into Pequannock's lead. Picardo cycling around. That one's good. The possibility of Rubino. Gonna get some subs here. And so Pequannock will look to find some open space. Again, Picardo able to find the open spot there for Pequannock. Not his shot, but the play he did create. And it's Tyler Grand looking for his possession there, and he points to the one of Ryan Hazler. And so again, that will be Cron's ultimate possession there. And it's the height of Mason Huber. And obviously, Nicholas George, they've both been able to somewhat help Kinnelon get closer in this game. And Huber, will go for it. But it's just not good enough there as it does not make contact with the basket. Long range shot is good. 3-pointer for Pequannock. The Golden Panthers expanding to a dominant 37-14 lead. So a timeout taken here. Looking to catch a breath. And we welcome you guys to the second quarter of this game. The season opener for boys basketball between these two teams in Kinnelon. And for those joining us for the doubleheader on TJK Network, we welcome you and thank you for choosing us. Again, if you're not yet subscribed, please help us out and reach our next goal of 2,000 subscribers. Be a nice holiday gift with the coverage we provide you guys here. Sorry, this will be halftime. Not a timeout. So quick quarters there and a fast turnaround again. Commentating these games, it goes a little faster than you expect. But also the hiccups of not covering basketball for almost 3 years now. That's my bad. I pardon. So this will be the half here, and we'll take a slight break before we come back for you guys with the third period or third quarter. There's the hiccups I was talking about. Again, third quarter up next here on TJK Network. All right, we welcome you guys all back here for the start of the third quarter between your Pequannock Golden Panthers and the Kinnelon Colts. Pequannock currently holding a pretty hefty 30-7-14 lead over the Colts here in the home opener and the season opener for both these teams. It's been an exciting matchup so far. It's gone by pretty quick because, man, oh man, there's been a lot of fast-paced play going on, even with the score here. And it's been exciting and entertaining to watch. So for those that are just tuning in, make sure you subscribe to the TJK Network YouTube channel. Help us out with our future goals and milestones, especially here on YouTube, trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. And again, if you've not yet checked us out on all social media, it's at TJK Network. Again, on all platforms you can find us. If you'd also like to support further, you can go to tjk152.com/shop and shop through some of the selections we have over there. Start of the third. Here we go. We do remind you that these teams have switched sides now. So Pequannock shooting in the opposite end now. That one bounces clean off the rim, and this could be Kinnelon looking to answer. It was Huber who passed it over to George, and George's shot went off the rim with the rebound, and now the two-way Kinnelon looks to keep up, but just not able to. That was Kimani Hinton. Pequannock looking to come up big there, and they do, so it's 39-14. That one to the 21 of Kinnelon, and that one's good. No make a mistake there. Dylan Aslani. It's 39-16 to start of the third. And Picardo is a long-range shot, and it's good for three. Panthers have broken into the 40s. New territory, 42-16. You can't say much has gone wrong with this start here, especially for the number 4 of Jack Picardo, but the whole Panthers team in general. See a lot of star talent from the number 4s of both sides. That one's recovered by Nicholas Huber. I apologize, Mason Huber, and the 3 of Pequannock with the response there, and it's 44-16. But yeah, again, like I was saying, that is my apologies. Mason Huber reads in the number 40 for Kinnelon as they look to make a shot from long range. That one, not good there by Grand. Picardo, long range, just off the rim. Good. Sorry, no, that was going to say 44-16. Picardo got it to the middle. Number 3 with the shot, and Kinnelon with the recovery. It's going to be Nicholas George. A dime to the 2 of Kimani Hinton. And he's fouled up there. So he will get a shot at cutting the lead. Kimani Hinton with the shot. It's no good. I'll get a second attempt here. The free throw. Kimani Hinton looking to cut the lead. 44-16 currently in favor of Pequannock. And that one does not go in either. So Pequannock keeping up the Brazilian effort. He ran down by Hinton, and now in the hands of Nicholas George. To Hinton with a shot. No good. So another free throw here, it looks like. Actually, no, that is my bad. It's just going to be the possession of the Colts. The Pequannock's end. So Kinnelon looking to establish something here in the start of the season. Christian Marley cycling through the middle. He tries to grab it there, diving, but it's off to the hands of the three of Pequannock. Grand trying to get it. Open in the middle there, and it's good for two. 46-16 for the Golden Panthers. So Pequannock's going to cycle it around here. They can take their sweet time. Build a pretty nice cushion here. And Nicholas George gets it through there for the tally. Pequannock is able to break through the defense of the Colts. You just see it every time. They're able to get it to the inside, and it's the definite shot there. If you're able to get it on, it's almost assured you're going to get it in. And that's what Pequannock's been able to do here. Something that Kinnelon has had the lack of, but we have the number 2 here looking to do the same. That is Kamani Hinton. Back to Nicholas George with a shot from long range, and it's off the rim. The recovery's no good, and Pequannock will run back with it here. They have open lanes again, and it's in. Building on to a dominant effort, they enter the 50s territory. 50-18, Golden Panthers, and we'll have a timeout. High-scoring affair here for Pequannock. Or should I just say, rather, pretty hefty built lead. For the season opener, it's definitely something you look towards as a pro. With the way they've come out here. For those of us joining us, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 50-18, Pequannock. And sorry, they'll add time to the clock there, so we're dealing with not the most consistent clock here, and we apologize. Again, we're covering this from a studio from distance, so there's going to be 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. And Kinnelon, again, looking to cut the lead here. They're down 50-18. They're going to look to cycle it around here and find for anything open. That's been their biggest issue here so far, and looking to make an independent effort there. And trying to make it good was number 1 of Tyler Grand, and it's not good. So Golden Panthers, again, looking to add. But already dominant effort here. And again, the reach by Grand has been noticeable here with the deficit. Definitely looking to keep his team in here. And We'll have it called there. Pequannock will get the free throw with the number 34. He scores on his opportunity for the foul. 51-18. We'll get another attempt here. Make it 52. And so you'll see Kimani Hinton look to round it in. He passes it off to Grand, and Grand will look to expand for the Colts. Back to Hinton. Looking for a lane. And he's stopped there by the defense of the Golden Panthers. High-scoring affair for the Golden Panthers, but you also got to account for their excellent defense here. Again, pretty much avoiding all opportunities to get in close, forcing them to shoot from far, which has relatively been an issue for the Colts, as we see here. Off to the number 40, he looks to shoot with his reach, and that's too high. That was Mason Huber. And, well, will you look at that? The Pequannock up even more here. 54-18. And they'll continue to add time, so now we have 7 minutes. I was going to say, seems like we're teleporting. I can't even rely on this right now, but makes a lot more sense. I tell something wasn't right. And so Kimani Hinton, another opportunity, another chance to cut the lead here. At least for what it's worth. That one, after bouncing for a while, goes through. So 21 for the Colts against 54 for the Golden Panthers. For those just tuning in, this is the third quarter here on TJK Network. And look at that one. And loud roars from the away crowd that Pequannock brought here. That one from range no good, and we're going to hear the buzzer. So I guess time was correct, even with the penalties of the scoreboard. So we'll move to the fourth. Exciting times here on the network, moving into a new winter sports season on a pretty heavy holiday schedule. So we welcome you guys all here, and we would appreciate any support that is possible. Subscribing is completely free, and it only helps support the streams and continue the growth of the network, not only here on YouTube, but monetarily and everywhere else. So please consider doing so, hitting that subscribe button, and checking us out on all other socials at TJK Network. It really is very much appreciated. And in just under 20 seconds, we'll welcome you over to the start of the fourth between these two teams. Like to say, contentious matchup, but Pequannock's had the number all the way through. But it's been a fast-paced game, and Even with the lopsided score, it's been fun to watch, especially for the season opener. On the 24, the Panthers almost got multiple attempts there before it goes out. Hand it off. And that will be firm possession of Brett Jang. And he'll pass it off to the number 4 of Nicholas George. Back to George. He'll look to get in for himself, and we'll get a free throw attempt there, foul. So Nicholas George looking to cut it from 56 to 21 in favor of the Golden Panthers. That one will go off the rim there. And so we'll go back the other way. 23 of the Golden Panthers. Went for a nice move there. Looked pretty, but that one didn't go. But then the next one that followed up did. Nicholas George looking to respond. 58-21. 6 minutes left in the fourth for the Golden Panthers. Dominant effort so far. Came out fast and has not stopped. And Nicholas George will go back to the free throw point. It's another foul in their favor. He's been a bright spot in a game that hasn't really been going their way. That's one way to put it for the season debut. Or sorry, season opener. Well, I guess it is a debut. Here on home turf for the Kinnelon Colts. That one almost seemed assured to go in, and it didn't. So Kinnelon's going to take advantage of the rush here, and George coming to a speed. It's good. 25-58. And that really tripped me out, huh? You don't see glitches like that every so often. Not unless you're playing something like Fortnite with 0 pigs. Sorry, I had to make the kid joke. But that's almost what it felt like. Bring me back to my old times. And almost with the reach of Mason Huber there, they looked at, but they couldn't. So still down. And Golden Panthers add to the lead there. So they'll break into the 60s territory, 60-25. Long range shot by George. That one's off the rim and back to Pequannock. Very good job getting the pass past the D here for Pequannock. Something you want to look to expand on and keep up for the duration of the season if possible. Obviously, it's just an early start here, but can't really complain with it, right? So they'll cycle around with no fail here. And the reach of Huber will grab that one, and he says no. We welcome you if you're just joining us the fourth quarter and the start of boys basketball this season here on TJK Network. 60-25 for your Golden Panthers with a dominant lead so far. Looking to end it with the same dominant lead. The number 3 at Kinnelon goes for the shot. And that was Brett Gang, who failed to come up big there. Making another 2 for the 24 for Pequannock. Brett Gang looks to receive it back. He does. Pass to the 40, Huber, and Mason Huber with the reach for the shot, but it's no good. He's taken down, and Pequannock's ball there. I think he tripped himself. And so with the majority of the fourth gone here, Pequannock on top, and it seems like it will stay that way. A dominant performance here so far, and soon to be final, but a lot to learn from this game for both sides. I mean, you can see the talent on both sides for sure, but especially for Kinnelon even being down here, they're just gonna have to look to obviously tighten up defensively. That's been the big issue for me just from watching. They've been forced to go for the threes, and they've been not able to do anything but make contact. So, with the rim, for most of them. Pequannock, on the other end, rather, has been done a really good job, especially early on, clogging up the middle. Kinnelon has found their way to creep back on the scoreboard, but obviously still down by a hefty amount. And so with 30 seconds left in the fourth and in the game here, Pequannock will just turn to keep it and rather end this game on a high note, 62-25. And unless anything budges, that will look to be the final score here. So, dominant performance. You look here on behalf of Pequannock. A decently loud crowd they brought here for the season opener. Not bad. You got the claps. That was a good effort. So, yeah, 62-25 here in Kinnelon. Your Pequannock Golden Panthers come out victorious, and they'll start the season 1-0. It's always good to start off winning. Nothing wrong with that. And a dominant performance here over in Kinnelon. So we thank you guys again all for joining us here for our doubleheader over on TJK Network as the teams exchange their handshakes there. Again, both these teams, it's early on, right? You never really know what's going to happen at this point, but it's a nice win to pick up for Pequannock, especially on the road here. And it's always interesting to see a new season, especially guys with expanded amount of time and space, putting in elevated roles here. It's always interesting with high school sports. So again, we thank you guys all for tuning on TJK Network. We hope you keep up with our coverage here for winter sports. Again, as our schedules get busier and busier headed into the holiday season, there's only more sports to cover. So we welcome you to what should be a great winter sports season over here on TJK Network. We ask you again, stick with us, subscribe. It's completely free. Check us out on all socials, and we'll catch you around next time. It's been Logan DeRosa here signing off, and we thank you again for tuning in to our basketball coverage here today. Goodbye.